Alright, what is up, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome! Darkside Phil here, live on the stream. Hope you're doing well. I am doing pretty good today. Feeling pretty great, feeling positive, feeling excited, energized. Ready for the day's gameplay, ready for the day's content. I am jumping right in. Feet first, with a flying missile dropkick. Boom! Alright, so I'm a little excited, but anyway. Hello everyone and welcome to today's gameplay stream. Only one stream for today, as I've been doing for a couple days now. I think this is the better formula right now, so that there's not streaming overload, and so that people, are having the opportunity to check everything out. Today's gameplay stream is my career mode continuing in WWE 2K16, and to elaborate on that, to explain that, last night I was kind of on the fence because a few things happened, a few factors, alright? Number one, I had a ton of fun with WWE yesterday, and like twice as much fun as I did on Sunday when I first played my career mode. We had some crazy-ass 5-star matches, we had some silly shenanigans going on, I made a lot of progress in the game, and I was pretty excited to see, how much further I could get if I could win the NXT title. But, we ran out of time. We played it for about 2.5, 3 hours. We ran out of time on the stream. And I think it ended on a high note. We ended on another 5-star match with Sami Zayn. So I had a lot of fun yesterday playing WWE. Like, really, out of all the stuff I've done in the game so far, I think yesterday was my favorite so far. So coming off of that, I was really feeling like, man, I would really like to play more WWE. And quite honestly, even though I am interested in the multiplayer of Halo 5, I don't know how much the viewership is interested in the multiplayer of Halo 5. So I left it to the viewers. I put a poll up on Twitter last night, because yes, Twitter now does polls. They just started this like last week, I think. And I said, what do you want to see me play tomorrow on my gameplay stream? Should it be more WWE My Career or more Halo? And let me tell you, over 600, I think it was almost, at the end of it, almost 700 people had voted. And the voting, my God, it was neck and neck all night. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it was back and forth. There was like an early lead for Halo, then it went to WWE, then it went to Halo, and it was just back and forth all night. Every time I checked the poll, it seemed like it was either like 50-50 or one game was just slightly beating the other. So went to sleep, woke up this morning, gave it a final push, and by the end of the poll, WWE had won 52% to 48%. So it seemed to me like there was no dominating real, oh my God, I want to see one over the other. But I said, you know what, I'll go with the poll. Since I put up the poll, we'll go with the poll. And so today we are continuing on with WWE. Now, tomorrow I might do the same thing, because the honest truth is that I would love to play more WWE, but I am also interested in the multiplayer of Halo, which I really have not had much of a chance to play at all. But, if you actually, honestly, if you want to take a look, and, this is the only way that I can judge, I look at the viewership, and quite honestly, it looked like actually the multiplayer videos that I've done of Halo, I made 4 of them, and they barely got any kind of attention. In fact, the campaign of Halo got more attention than the multiplayer, which is baffling to me, because everyone says that the multiplayer is like the focus of the game. I don't know, I'm just going off of that, versus WWE seems to have some consistent following. So, based off of that, that's why I put it in the hands of the viewers. And for now, WWE won. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do about a 3-hour stream of WWE 2K16. Oh, let me take that back. I'm going to take that back. I need this to end a little bit early today. And I know some of you might be a little disappointed. About 30 minutes early. Usually I go to around 4 p.m. Pacific time. I can only go to around 3:30 p.m. today for personal reasons. I don't really need to elaborate too much on that. I got to rearrange my schedule a little bit today. However, that means that later tonight, when I play Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I will be doing off-stream, it will not be a streamed session of gameplay, I'll be doing more of it. So last night I actually played almost 3 hours of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I'm going to do the same thing tonight. I'm really trying to make solid progress in that game, because I'm near the end. I'm in the middle of sequence 7 of 9. And I really feel that if I push tonight and I play for another 3 hours or so, that maybe I could finish it up either tonight or tomorrow, okay? So, I am going to be playing more Syndicate later tonight. It will be longer than a usual second session, and I'm hoping to finish that by tomorrow, so that way it's not a lingering playthrough that I didn't get to finish before we jump into Call of Duty this weekend, okay? But tomorrow, the first stream, I might again leave it in the hands of the viewers. I might do another poll tonight. We'll see. And if I do, it'll be again, WWE, do you want to see more of my career? Or do you want to see me actually jump into the multiplayer of Halo? And I'll be honest, I'm willing to do either. Like I said, I'm having a fun week just playing all the new games, and it really doesn't matter to me which I end up playing. That's how much fun I'm having. I'm having a lot of fun with all the new stuff, and I hope that you are enjoying, these playthroughs that I'm putting out this week. Keep in mind, a reminder, I am going to be doing tomorrow a special midnight launch for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I've bought the Digital Deluxe Edition, and I'm going to be jumping into the multiplayer. Okay? The multiplayer of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is, Eastern time, it's midnight. But as soon as it unlocks on my PlayStation 4, I'll be playing it for a couple hours tomorrow night, trying out the full multiplayer. I did play the beta a few months ago, but I'll be trying the full multiplayer for the first time, okay? And, I'll also be, to the next day, Friday, doing more multiplayer, and then when my friend Coruchado finally gets his copy of the game, we'll be doing co-op in both Zombies and Campaign over the weekend. So allow me, for the very first time, allow me to explain this situation, because some people have been asking, gee, Phil, when are you going to be doing the Campaign and the Zombies? We see in your schedule all you're saying is multiplayer. What's going on with that? Well, many of you might recognize the name Coruchado. His real name is Nestor, but he's a friend of mine. We met through Street Fighter, competitive Street Fighter, way back in the day. And we're friends. We talk every once in a while about gaming and stuff like that. Every once in a while, we laugh and reminisce about the Street Fighter competitive days. But both of us have kind of moved on from that. Even though we both enjoy Street Fighter, we don't really spend crazy amounts of time in the competitive community anymore. And Coruchado really enjoys Call of Duty. In particular, he really likes the Treyarch Call of Duty games. And if you remember, a few years back, we actually did some pretty good co-op in the zombie maps for Call of Duty. And we had a lot of fun with that. And so we're going to continue on with that this year with Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I actually went ahead and bought the Digital Deluxe Edition, okay? Which is the edition that's going to have all of the zombie content. For the course of the entire year. Like every zombie map and everything is going to be available. And you get a bonus Giants zombie map for getting that version. And so I splurged a little bit. It's very expensive. It's $100. But I think that if we get to experience all the zombie maps and do that co-op, it's going to be worth it. Okay? So he actually likes it so much that he bought the Juggernog Collector's Edition. And he's getting the physical edition of this being mailed to his house by Amazon this Friday. So whenever he gets it physically in his hands, he said he's willing to start playing. But he actually has to physically get the game in order to play it. So hey, if he ends up getting it early on Friday, great. Maybe we'll jump into the Campaign and or Zombies early. But if he doesn't get it till later in the day, then maybe it'll be, more of a later stream. That'll be that. And then Saturday, Sunday, and all day Monday, that's what I'm going to be doing, is Call of Duty. Focus on Call of Duty. So we're talking, a good 16 to maybe 20 hours of Call of Duty coverage this coming weekend for those who are looking forward to it. And I am. I really like the Treyarch versions of the game. I think that they play the best. I think that the zombie mode, obviously Treyarch originated the zombie mode back with World at War. And the fact that they have been continuously making great zombie modes for these games over the years is very awesome. And I'm very excited to keep going and to, do this new zombie mode with Coruchado. So, for those of you who have in the years past watched our co-op, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we may actually be looking for co-op partners for Zombies and possibly for the Campaign. I'll let you guys know as we get closer and once we actually start and we see what happens, alright? I don't want to promise anything, but there's a possibility that we may be looking for other partners and such as we begin these, okay? And then one final piece of information, it has been confirmed that unfortunately the Arid Lord and P-Dog, if you remember, I interviewed them on Hate Live, my podcast, back in August. They're currently together over in Britain. They're touring the country. The Arid Lord is I guess they consider it studying abroad or whatever. They kind of confirmed with me that they're not going to be available to do any kind of co-op until like late December. So in late December, you know, if I do anything like multiplayer or whatever, they'll be able to join. But right now, they're not going to be able to participate because they don't have like 2 PS4s or whatever to do co-op with us. So that leaves some open spots. That leaves some open spots for this weekend. And again, I'll let everyone know what's going on. Now, I will say this as well. I want to throw this out there. Even though I know for sure that this coming week, when Fallout 4 comes out, I'm going to be completely immersed in Fallout 4, okay? It doesn't mean that maybe I won't take 1 or 2 smaller sessions to play some Call of Duty, especially if Coruchado and I have not, say, completed the campaign. For what I'm to understand, the campaign in Black Ops 3 is longer than usual. I guess typically it's around 4 to 5 hours, and this one may be around 8 hours. Again, we don't know. We won't know until everyone actually plays it. If that's the case, if it really is an 8-hour campaign, I really doubt that we're going to really beat it before Fallout 4. So maybe after a few days of marathoning Fallout 4, I'll take a stream or 2 later in the week, that week, to maybe finish up the Call of Duty campaign, so that way I just don't leave it hanging. And I do want to make it abundantly clear to everyone, no matter what happens with the voting tomorrow between WWE and Halo 5, no matter what happens with Call of Duty, I am doing a special multiplayer event at the end of this month, the month of November, that's going to include Halo 5, Call of Duty, Star Wars Battlefront, Metal Gear Solid Online. It's going to be several sessions of online gameplay of those games, and it's going to be an opportunity for the viewers to join me and play multiplayer with me. Now, those who have pledged to my huge perk, the biggest level perk on my Patreon account over the course of the year, are guaranteed slots. That was one of the things. If they wanted to be part of it, they're guaranteed the slot. But also just, you know, people who didn't donate to Patreon are also going to be able to join. In fact, a lot of people who didn't pledge to Patreon are going to end up joining these sessions, okay? One final thing. Well, it's a good piece of news that I want to share with everyone, and then we're going to begin. It is official as of this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the goal. Yes, for October on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/DarksidePhil, we hit the goal. We are doing the Rockathon, which is a Rock Band 4 marathon where I'm going to be, you know, doing guitar, vocals. We're going to have face cam. It's going to be a fun time because I've never done a music game before for YouTube. It's going to be a completely unique experience. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a marathon setting, a marathon stream, so that way I don't have copyright issues. And right now, I'm estimating it's going to be very late November. Like, I'm talking the final days of November. Maybe, like, November 29th or 30th. Or maybe even, like, you know, early December. It all depends because in early December, we've got Just Cause 3 coming out, I believe, on December 1st. So I probably would want to do this right before then, I'm thinking, right? But we're going to do it. It's happening. So thank you to all of you who came out. Thank you to all of you who pledged. Thank you to all of you who supported and pushed. And let me tell you, I've gotten in the past couple of days some pretty overwhelming positive support. Ever since I kind of revealed on Monday what's been going on with DSPGaming. And the fact that, you know, basically YouTube fucked me. Took my channel out of the search rankings for complete nonsensical reasons. And that's why I've had such a decline in viewership for the past 2 months. People have been coming out of the woodwork. I think they really heeded my message that if everyone who watched me donated $1 or pledged $1, there really is a pledge because you get perks. If everyone pledged $1, I wouldn't have to worry about YouTube views anymore, right? Just think about how many people watch my videos on a daily basis. And if everyone pledged $1, I wouldn't ever have to worry about YouTube views. And a lot of people heeded that message and said, I'm going to support Phil in this regard because this is bullshit what YouTube did. And they've pledged, you know, little bits, $1 here, $1 there. And I can tell you right now, we have record high amount of people who pledged. And that's awesome. And I just want to let everyone know, if you did pledge already for the month of November, thank you. Because obviously, it's early November. I have not had any chance to set up new goals or anything for this month. I will do that by the end of this month. I'll try to make a really awesome, you know, a really awesome goal level reward for everyone by the end of this month that I think people will really enjoy. And I'm thinking this month I'm going to try to make it more interactive, okay? What I mean by that is I think I'm going to have it so that people can vote, which I haven't done for a couple months now, whether it was well, then again, for the Halloween Marathon, people did vote. But obviously for the Rockathon, you didn't. I think I might make it so that people can vote again on the next event. But we'll see. I have 2 ideas in my head that I'm formulating, and I want to see what comes to fruition with these ideas, okay? So, that's really it for the pre-stream. I don't want to go too long out, because like I said, I have to end early. So I want to jump right into WWE 2K16. Thank you, everyone, for your positivity. Thank you for your support this week. I'm having tons of fun. Let's have another full day of fun gameplay today. Let's keep it moving, because we got crazy. You know, tomorrow we got another 1 to 2 sessions, plus Call of Duty, Friday Call of Duty, Saturday, Sunday, Monday Call of Duty, then Fallout 4 all next week with more Call of Duty. After that, Star Wars Battlefront mixed in with Game of Thrones, and then some Rise of the Tomb Raider, plus the multiplayer event at the end of the month, and then the Rockathon. Okay, then. I think I need to calm down. I'm a little hyper today. All right, everyone. Thank you very much, and let us begin with WWE.